This is the Cup of Joe show. I'm a little under the weather, so you won't have to deal with my antics today. I am Joe. That's Jeremy. We have some things to talk about as usual. We didn't get a chance to see a movie, so we are going to hop into the box office. Well, first to start the show, we will be doing our own Cup of Joe award show. It will probably be next week sometime. And with the upcoming Oscars, you could watch the people who shouldn't have gotten awards, and then you could watch our show for the correct awards. And that should work out well for you. So, we're going to jump into the box office now with Jeremy.
Okay, so last weekend we'll start with number 5. That went to The Monuments Men, and that was down 49%, made $7.9 million, and is up to a solid $58 million in total. Fourth place, we had RoboCop. That was down 55%. It grossed $9.8 million and has $44 million in total. That's basically like the reviews said about the quality of the movie. That's not good, but it's better than it could have been. So that's about all you can say about RoboCop. In third place, Pompeii opened to $10.3 million, and there's no way to spin that. That's just bad. Also bad, 3 Days to Kill opened to $12.4 million, and that's just not very good either. The good news there is it's the budget for 3 Days to Kill was about a quarter that of Pompeii. Pompeii cost $100 million, so that's a big loss, and I don't know what Emily Browning is doing.
I know.
And anyway, easily staying on top for the third consecutive weekend was the Lego Movie. That was down 37%, grossed $31.3 million, and has a total of $183 million. That is very, very good. Lego Movie is just out there killing it. It's got a good shot at $300 million, I'd say.
What was Emily Browning in?
A series of unfortunate events.
No, you said, what is Emily Browning doing?
Yeah.
What was she in those... Was she in?
Pompeii.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Well, why didn't we see it?
I don't know.
Because it was probably going to be terrible?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's that.
Alright. See, what I don't understand is why these movies like Pompeii that cost $100 million, why they cost $100 million. I don't understand why you would spend so much money to put a movie out that you know is not going to make that much money.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we know it's not going to make that much money.
Yeah,
I guess they did.
Well, I mean, lots of times, and you especially saw this with World War Z, their production problems and things just spiral out of control. You know, maybe you only planned to spend like $30 million, but then you had to do, you know, reshoots, or I don't know how a lot of the behind the scenes stuff works. But you know, I mean, sometimes things just get out of control. And normally in situations like that, where something like Pompeii costs that much, normally they never intended it for the budget to be that much.
Yeah, I got you. And Monuments Men is holding strong, and that's good to see.
Doing all right.
I thought that would completely flop, so it's nice to see that that's. Haven't seen it, but I mean there's good people in it, so you like when good people have success in movies. And again, the Lego Movie just absolutely exploding, which is great, or awesome, right? People
just like
who've
everything.
seen, yep. Mm-hmm. When you're part of a team.
Do you know who sings that?
Who sings it?
Tegan and Sarah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Though in the full version, The Lonely Island also.
I thought
they
I
also
heard
join
them in when I was in the
Yeah, but
during the credits.
Tegan and Sarah do the do the chorus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's disappointing because they like ruined part of my Paramore experience. But anyway, there's your box office from Jeremy Evans. So, do you want to talk about the Oscars or the upcoming movies first?
I don't know. What would be better to save for last? As you can tell, we clearly don't plan things out
No.
beforehand. We kind of just jump into things.
He thought we were doing our award show today. I shut him down. But hey, it's a teaser. That award show is going to be great.
And now we can... Well, I suppose doing it after the Oscars works out because we can talk about how stupid their picks are inevitably going to be.
Exactly. So, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I don't know what else to say. It's just going to be great, and you're going to love it. It's going to knock your socks off. You wait.
Make sure you put socks on.
Exactly.
So they can be knocked off.
Right?
We don't want your feet getting knocked off.
Unlike me, they got knocked off when I was talking about it. Okay, they're over there. It's crazy. Never thought there'd be a show where I'd show the audience my foot. So we're making history.
Hey, there are people who are into it.
Yeah, there are people. So let's talk about.
Let's go for the Oscars first.
All right, the Oscars. So the thing about this year is that we really haven't seen a ton of the films. We've seen some, so it's kind of tough for me to find something to root for against like all the stuff that shouldn't be there. I'm honestly just hoping Gravity loses. That will be a victory for me. If Sandra Bullock wins Best Actress, I'm trying to think of something that I would do, but I will not be happy at all. If Gravity wins Best Picture, pretty much the same. If I don't know, it's just I don't like this crop of movies and things that they have out there, but mainly I'm just going to root against Gravity.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I definitely don't want to see it win Best Picture. The trendy pick right now seems to be 12 Years a Slave for that with...
Fine.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with
Great.
that.
It's probably a very good movie.
Yeah, probably.
Just really depressing, I'm sure. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Gravity's a bit of a dark horse for that category. It could win, which is a sham.
It is a sham, yeah. What should be interesting about the Oscars this year, actually, is that the songs that they're going to sing are actually going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is true.
So it might be a good thing to actually watch the whole thing, possibly.
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, I was last night looking through some, Oscar predictions and those sorts of things. A bunch of blogs and websites. Seeing, who's going to win, who should win, those kinds of things. And I saw a bunch of people that apparently Gravity is like the front runner for Best Original Score. To which I have to say, it had a score. Right. The only thing I remember about it is the music that was playing when Sandra Bullock's little pod thing is descending down onto Earth, and I thought that was decent. But other than that, I really don't even remember there being music because it was incredibly forgettable and just I don't understand how that could possibly win that category.
It was the dead of space.
Yeah,
there was no
exactly.
sound, so I don't remember the score either. To be honest with you, I remember when the debris kept coming around and there was no noise. That's what I hear. And I understand there's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
but I don't remember a score in there either.
No.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. That would be another travesty.
Yes, but the Oscars are always full of them, so I can't really say, And last year, I liked last year's crop of movies and nominees, and they got them wrong. So it was just horribly disappointing. But I still don't think Argo should have won Best Picture. That still gets me.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Not that it's that big of a deal, because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that upset about it because, like you said, it was a very good movie. I won't take anything away from it, but there were better. There were probably at least 3 better than Argo.
It also doesn't make any sense that Argo won Best Picture, but Ben Affleck wasn't even nominated for Best Director.
For Best Director, exactly.
How does that work?
Exactly. I know. I'm with you. What did win Best Director? I'd leaf through my gigantic Oscar book, but it's
You have an Oscar book?
we are mid.
Oh boy!
There we go. 85 years of the
Jeez,
Oscars.
Where was that?
Yeah, I know.
Did that have last year?
Can't. It should. Wow, 85 years. I don't know when it started. Oh my God, this is way too big. The index is like 1,000 pages. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know how to leaf through this thing yet. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait. Okay, there's 9,
Beautiful Mind.
11. There's Argo.
Oh, look at that.
Right, okay, 12. Best Picture directing. Oh right, Life of Pi.
Oh,
Of course, yes. Why not?
Interesting.
Why not? But yeah, good to know. Forgot about that. So yeah, interesting book here that I'll have to actually look at before the show this time instead of wasting time. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll get more into it probably after we see what the picks are. But ultimately, I'm just afraid of what they're going to be. So we will see. And that's why I'm excited that we have our own show, because we'll tend to agree with our own picks. So that'll be great. All right, do you have anything else to add about the Oscars?
No, I don't think so. Other than the fact that, I mean, obviously, as you can tell, Joe and I are not, we don't respect them very much.
No,
it's a lot of pretentious garbage, and, you can see the same kinds of movies getting nominated and winning year in and year out. And, to win Oscars, a movie has to be like a certain type of movie.
Yeah.
And you have to do all these things just to get nominated. There's a whole behind the scenes process and tons of ridiculous politics, and I don't even understand why they're this big of a thing and why people put so much stock into them anyway. But I mean, then again, we've been talking about them for 10 minutes now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yes. I will watch it. I think that it looks entertaining. Well, I will tape it because I need to tape it. You don't tape things anymore. But yeah, I mean, I think it could be entertaining this year with all the great music that's going to be kind of added in. So I'd watch it, but then watch this show and see how awful the picks are. So anyway, that's enough about us. Well, let's move on to the upcoming movies that come out this weekend.
Okay. First up is Son of God,
which
is about this guy who is apparently the son of God. He said he was. He was a Jew, lived quite a long time ago, and apparently he did some stuff. I think you know more about this than I do.
Oh yes, obviously. There's a big book about it.
Is it pronounced Jesus?
Yeah.
Is it a silent J or a soft J?
It's Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Jesus.
And it's Trist. Is that his last name?
You know what? This blasphemy, you're just going to go down right here, right next to me, and it's going to be the Joe Show. All right? So, Speaking of blasphemy, I'm about to say that I have no interest in this movie. I know that, you know, it's about the Son of God and everything, but as a moviegoer, this movie has happened multiple times. I've learned the story of it every year. I've gone to Catholic school since first grade. Before that, kindergarten. So I've learned the story every single year. So it's kind of like, you know, it is a great story. I have no problem with it, but I don't understand why we do something about it like every couple of years. So
Yeah.
I have no interest in the film because I've seen it. I know what happens, and that's
It's not like other things where you can do like remakes and you can update something, like set it in modern times and like use well, I mean, you can use better special effects in it, but it's not like you can really update things that much. That's actually something I would like to see, a retelling of the whole Jesus Christ story in modern times. I think that could be an interesting film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as for Son of God, I think it should do all right. It really
probably,
should.
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna get a lot of like church groups and that sort of thing. It knows who its audience is, and I mean, it's not getting anywhere near Passion of the Christ level. That was a perfect storm, but yeah, I think it should do all right.
Yeah, and that's really it. It's nothing against you, Jesus. I have just seen and read the story way too many times.
And for the record, I am not a Christian, but Jesus had some cool stuff to say.
Absolutely.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Absolutely.
And the other movie coming out this weekend, Non-Stop, with Liam action star Neeson.
Liam Neeson's. All right. So, this movie, it really seems like Liam Neeson, ever since Taken, has just become an action star.
Yeah.
He's like doesn't do anything else except the voice of the bad cop in Lego Movie. Well, in which he is an action star,
Yeah,
actually.
that's true.
So, I think this movie looks pretty terrible, but incredibly entertaining. I would definitely go see it. So, but I just don't understand why Liam Neeson always has to be in a random action movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's just, I mean, he's already done his critical acclaim stuff. He's done
That's
Schindler's
true.
List. He's like, all right, you know what? I want paychecks and I want to have fun while I'm doing it. So let me just, star in this piece of crap and just have fun. I mean, and people like them. Both Taken movies did very well. Unknown did pretty well. And Non-Stop figures to do pretty good business as well. I leave The Grey out of that category because The Grey was like advertised as Liam Neeson, punches wolves, but that's really not what the film is about. And it's different from his more recent crop of movies.
It's true.
But I recommend it.
That's true. Yeah, The Grey is an excellent movie, actually. But and Taken really is an excellent movie, but Taken 2 is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hilariously terrible. So like, if you want to laugh, like it is funny, and Unknown actually ended up being pretty terrible. Which looked like an interesting plot, but it wasn't. So, but I don't know. It looks entertaining. It looks like it's going to be awful, especially like when he's floating and like the gun floats up to his hand and then he like shoots people. I don't know. But maybe that's the point. I don't know. So, all right. We have successfully stretched this to 20 minutes again. Hopefully next week we'll get we'll definitely get the award show out sometime next week, within the week. So I hope you'll enjoy it. And be on the edge of your seat waiting for it, I'm sure. So keep looking for us, and we will see you next week.